Well, good evening and welcome to Fishing with CJ. And guess what? We're down on the beach again. Don't see me getting out on the boat much at the moment because the weather and everything just doesn't seem to be tying up. Perhaps could have got out today, but I had work commitments today, unusually for me. So couldn't get out on the boat. So we're making up for that by coming down the beach and having a go on the beach. Tonight we are giving it large, shall I say. There are plenty of whiting out there. Steve's just wound a couple of whiting in. So I'm hoping for something better than a whiting. I've got one rod out with a decent bait on it, and the other rod I've got what I call a stinger rig on it, which is a big hook with a smaller hook beneath it with a worm bait, with the idea being that I pick up a whiting on that worm bait and I'll leave it out there, hoping that someone's going to come along and nosh the whiting. Done it before without great success. Got a very slight wrinkle on how I've set it up today, which we'll talk about as the day progresses or the evening progresses. I'm going to bring my first rod in now because it's been out there a while, and whilst I was tackling up I noticed it was getting rattled, so either the baits have been robbed or I've got a whiting on it on a bait which really is not for whiting, it's a bigger bait. So let's get that in and take it from there. This is on my Ziplex, which I'm fishing with braid on. Using multipliers, both rods tonight. Oh. Bit snaggy out there, muddy maybe. Break it out of the mud. Must be about the tide. You reckon the tide started to run yet, Steve? It must be past low water anyway. We're almost down to sand here, so there's not a great deal of depth of water in front of us. It's on its way, is it?
47 minutes up.
Okay. So we should have a bit of tide running soon. Hopefully a bit of water. Yeah. Let's get this one in. See what we've got. Whoops. The reel I'm using is a Penn Fathom 2 casting special. Kind of my favourite one. A lot of people don't like them, but I love the big knobby handle on them. And people say that the magnet knob interferes with their hand, but I've never noticed that either. So yeah, each to his own. I like it. The other rod is a Penn rod, but it's got an Achios reel on it. So really I should have put the Penn reel onto the Penn rod, shouldn't I really? I'm fishing with a bluey and squid cocktail on here. Oh, lovely bait size whiting on here. The bait probably wasn't much smaller than that fish, but there you go. The skunk is out of the boat, but you don't get a dance for a whiting. It's a lovely bait size though. Let's hope I pick one of those up onto the stinger rig. Yeah, so, I don't know if you can see that. Put my light away. So, first fish of the night, a little ting! Nice bait size. Yeah. And it has gorged the hook, it's gorged the bait. Yeah, I mean the bait was nearly as big as this. Do you want this as bait, Steve?
Thank you.
Did you want it? I mean, it's not alive.
That's right.
Here's your surgical equipment back. Right, it's had a 3/0 hook on the bottom. I think maybe I'll put something bigger on just to make it a little bit harder for them to swallow it. Right, so I've got a big juicy cocktail, bluey and squid on there, and you can see it's juicy as hell. There's lots of juices coming out of it. So let's whack that out and see if we can't get something better than a whiting on it. On the other rod, because it's got a stinger rig on it, I want to catch a whiting on that. I haven't noticed any tugs on it, but then it has got monofill on it, so it's quite possible that I've got a big fish on there and it's not showing up. Let's hope. Let's whack that out though, and yeah. Tide's quite a long way down tonight, so a bit of a walk, but it means that we don't have to pack up, move for quite a long time, which is quite handy. Love the sound of a multi in the morning. No, it's not following me up the beach, but hey, it's out. Right, so we've got a nice big bait out. Let's see if we can't pick up nice big fish. Well, we've got both rods out now. I've already get a little red flash on the right hand rod, the one that I've just blasted out, so I think there is whiting activity out there. But it's a big bait, so it should last a bit longer. It's got a bigger hook on it this time, so hopefully the whiting will be less likely to hook themselves on it. And the other rod, which is out, I want to catch a whiting on it, which isn't flashing red. So I'm hoping I've got a little one on there, and it's just not dragging through the, because it's monofill on the other rod, and of course monofill is like an elastic band, so you don't see a lot of the bites on monofill. Theory being is monofill, a little bit more forgiving, the live bait will stay on there longer. Yeah, so just put the camera around so you can see what's going on. So there are the rods. So see, look, got a little red light flashing light on this nearest rod, but big bait, should be a big bite on it if we get a decent fish on it. That's what I'm planning on anyway. Steve's had a couple of whiting as well, so I've had one little whiting. Yeah, there's definitely something rattling on that bait. Let's hope it's not a whiting that's hooked itself. You know, we've got a little whiting ragging at the bait. Hopefully it's releasing more scent into the water and try and draw in. And of course the activity of the little fish, big fish will come along to investigate. These are my theories. Catch you in a bit. Yeah, there's obviously whiting ragging at that big bait, so I think it's got to mean that I need to bring it in fairly regularly because the bait will be robbed. So either we get a big bite or we don't get any little red flashes, means that the bait's gone, in which case I'll bring it in, put a fresh bait on. Oh, Jay wanted some mackerel, didn't he? Where is he? Is he gone? Let's have a walk down and have a word with Jay, see if he wants these mackerel. There you go. So here's Jay the Ray.
Evening. Evening.
And there's some bait for him.
How much do I owe you?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can give me some bait sometime, I'm sure.
Yeah, Yeah, mate.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
mate. What you had? Just whiting?
Whiting, I've just had one whiting so far.
Yeah.
I'm really not fishing for whiting, so
Oh, no, nor am I. But
So-
I've got someone who wants for pike bait.
oh yeah, yeah.
Perfect size.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, pikeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what are you fishing with tonight? You got some
Got bluey and mackerel in there, squid. I've got some worms from
Okay.
Tony's.
All right.
I might have a go for a sole,
Yeah.
maybe.
Trouble is you're going to get played with the whiting.
That's the trouble.
Yeah.
That's what's putting me off.
I put a stinger out, so I put a little hook above a big hook with just a little worm on it,
Oh,
hoping
nice.
I'm going to get a whiting caught on that.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing any rattles on it, but then it's got monofill on, so it might be there, I'm just not seeing it.
Well,
Yeah.
so far that's what they're doing to my squid.
Yeah, no, well, my
You
first
know,
bait out,
£5 a pack as well.
yeah, well, I had a bluey and squid cocktail, the first one, and it had gorged both hooks. It swallowed both hooks all the way down.
Just a nightmare, isn't
So,
they?
so he's out fishing for something now because Steve's got him as bait. He was a tiny little pin whiting as well. The bait was nearly as big as the fish.
Yeah.
Bloody things.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully they don't eat all my squid before saying big picks it up.
Yeah. I mean, once we get a little bit more water in front of us, maybe it'll pick up.
It looks good anyway.
Yeah.
It's good for a raise,
Yeah, no, it's lovely, isn't it?
hopefully.
I think it's forecast going to rain past midnight, isn't it?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, yeah.
1 o'clock.
We'll be home. We'll be in McDonald's by then, hopefully.
Yeah, I've got my shelter. I'm alright.
You're full on, mate. You're full on. I can't do the long all nights on the beach anymore. Used to, but yeah. All right, mate. Well, stay lucky. Hope then
Yeah,
Mac will
and
do
you.
something for you, and
Yeah, cheers, man.
shout out if you get something, and I will run down and film it. Yeah.
Of course I will.
All right, mate. I'll see you later.
Me and these four.
Tell her, mate. Let's have a look at your rods. Oh, a pair of HTs. That's just being greedy, that is. Right, catch you later. So, I'm going to say hello to Steve. Oh, Steve. Yeah, killed a light. Put this light on. There you go. Oh, and juicy baits.
Yeah.
They're the order of the day. What's that?
Squid
Squid,
and bluey.
bluey. Right, okay, well there's a lot of scent coming out of that, isn't there?
Yep, hopefully.
Yeah. I could see my right hand rod flashing red as I was walking back, so
Yeah, I know, look.
yeah. Now I would be happier if that was the Stinger Rig rod doing that,
No, it's not.
but it's not.
Uh,
The Stinger Rig rod's not doing anything, but the Stinger Rig rod has got monofill on it, so it's possible there's whiting on it, and it's just not actually pulling the stretch out enough to flash the light. Oh well.
or if it does, it lands in a tiny little thing.
Yeah, well, that's what we want, tiny little thing.
Yeah, but I mean, tiny little movement.
Yeah. Right, anyway, camera will come back on when things start to happen. At the moment, I'm sure we could actually fill the beach with whiting at the moment if we wanted to, but we really don't want to. Put the camera back on when something happens. Okay, I'm going to bring the rod with the Stinger Rig in just to see if, I mean, sod's law, I'll bring it in, it'll be a perfect bait on there. If I don't bring it in, there's nothing on there. That's sod's law, isn't it? So we'll bring that in and we'll check it out, put a fresh bait on it and whack it back out again. You can have a look at it as well. So let's get a bit of light on me because the lights are fading. I'm in a light failure tonight. Let's find another light. There we go. A bit better. Right, it's not looking at me. Come on, find me. There we go, found me. Right, so I'm going to bring that other rod in and see if there's anything on a stinger bait. It's been out there a while and I've not seen a single vibration or twitch on this rod at all. Might be better to put the Stinger Rig on the other rod, to be truthful. But it is what it is. Oh, I think it's muddy out here. Got to break the lead out of the mud. Oh, that's come. There we go. I think I'm coming up my other line. Oh, I'm underneath it, that's all right. I say you will find we've got a perfect bait fish on here now. Of course, the other thing is it's a small hook with small bait. It could pick up a sole. No. Well, something has robbed the bait off the stinger rig, so maybe it went on the cast. Who knows? Might actually tie it on next time so I know it's on there. Let's put a bit of worm on there and let's put some bait elastic on it, holding it above the hook. Okay, so let's get this out and see if we can't catch something on it. Nice fresh big bait. Bluey and squid again. Is it following me? Is it tracking me? Oh, is it L? Why is it not tracking me? I've got to make this camera follow me. Come on. What's it saying? Right, active track enabled. Follow me. I'm going down the beach. We're going this way. Right, it seems to be following me this time. It's not very bright down here, so it might not pick me up down here. I'll put my headlight on, see if that makes it easier for it. Headlight is damn dim as a Tok H lamp. It's noisy, that old pen reel, but I do like the sound of it. Of course, it was dark because I didn't have the camera pointing towards me. So we've got whiting bites. It made my red light flash on the left-hand rod. The batteries are going on that, I think. It's a bad night for whiting and lighting. Got a feeling tonight's going to be one of those nights, you know. But Jay the Ray's down there. If anybody's going to catch something, he will. But then he might stay till the early hours in order to do it. So you got the red lights flashing again. Something's tugging at something. If that camera's watching that or not. Should be able to see it, shouldn't it? Yeah. Well, there's not a great deal happening, but I am getting some activity, but it's on a big bait and it's little whiting bites. So I'm suspecting it's whiting ragging at that big bait, probably eating all the bluey off it. That's what, when I wound it in before, all the bluey had gone. There was just a bit of squid left on there. So yeah, and I'm not seeing anything on the near rod, which I think is an indication that monofil does disguise the bites. I'm hoping that I've got a little whiting on the end of that, but you can probably see the left-hand rod. The battery's going flat on the tip light, so it's only flashing when I get bites. It's not glowing green other than that. So every so often you see it flash red, which is little whiting just pecking at it, I think. We'll see how it goes. What could go wrong, they say. I've got a light that keeps coming on when it wants to, not when I want it to, and going out when I want it on. And tip lights not working properly. Big light not working properly. Headlight not working properly. So I don't know. I'll have a fiddle with that headlight and see if it's something. I need to take the battery out and put it back in again or something. But in the meantime, I'll put the camera on when something happens. It's raining. The forecast said it was going to rain tonight, but not until midnight. So it's got a bit ahead of itself. It's an hour early, no, 2 hours early, and you can probably hear on the microphones. It's actually the wind's picked up quite badly as well. Now this little camera I'm using here, what it is not a GoPro, so it's not very weatherproof. So I'm going to have to bring it down from where it is and protect it from the rain a little bit. So let's get that down and out of the weather. Hey everybody, we're back on the GoPro. Switched over to the GoPro because the weather has turned horrible, and that DJI camera is a wonderful thing, but it ain't weatherproof. So we're on the GoPro now. The wind has picked up quite a lot as well. I don't know how much longer we want to give it. Not exactly setting the world afire with fish. We're tucked in behind the groin here, so we're not too bad, but I think I need to bring in that left-hand rod because it was banging and crashing for ages and ages and ages. So I think I've probably picked up a whiting on it, and I'm hoping I've got a whiting on the live bait rig as well, which is a bit of a result. Let's get that left-hand rod in and bait it up, get it baited up. Two whiting I've had today.
What do you think then? Call it a day?
Well, I don't know, are you baiting up again or what are you doing?
Well, I've got one rig down there already.
Right.
But I'm not worried. Looks like it's setting now, doesn't it?
It does feel like it's setting in. Wind's picked up, doesn't it?
Later on, well,
So it's going to
midnight's going to chuck it.
Yeah, well this might be it now, won't it?
Huh?
This might be it now.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's the answer. Steve has suggested that we pull the pin, so I think that's what we're going to do, because the forecast rain, when it comes, which it obviously has come, is meant to be quite severe. So don't really want to be down on the beach when it's bucketing down. And there is a McDonald's twin quarter pounder with my name on it. So let's pack away and call it a day. Pack away and call it a day. Thanks very much for joining us. It has been an interesting night. Clearly the whiting are in. I'm pretty sure I've got a whiting live bait on the live bait rig out there. We'll bring that in and you can see that on film if there is when I wind it in. Tidy the other rod away first, and then I'll come back on and you can see if I have got a live bait on the stinger rig, see how it's working. Right, see you in a bit. The dogfish, I think. There's definitely a doggy in it. Yeah. I'm applying the dogfish. Did you even know you had that on?
Sorry?
Did you even know you had a bite?
I didn't have a bite, no. Didn't see the bite.
No.
Felt the weight.
Yeah.
And then I've caught my other line as usual.
As usual.
Especially on the creek.
Alright, okay, so that's two species.
Yeah.
My live bait rig is jiggling and biggling. I'll leave it out a bit longer while I'm tidying away everything else, just in case. You never know. Of course, we've got the camera on it now, you know what that means, don't you? Nothing. Circle hooks, the beauty of circle hooks is they do hook in the corner of the mouth,
Yeah.
and with dogfishes that's a real bonus because they do tend to swallow the hooks.
Squid and sand eel and a dongle.
Dongle. Why can't we call it a dongle rig anymore?
Only because I think his name's Dean Booker in Wales has said that it's the rig that you can't name anymore. That's all.
Oh, right.
I should just be.
Of course, to stir when I said it. And
I know.
I said, why can't we call it a dongle? I don't know. I'm going to carry on calling it a dingle dangle dongle, and till someone tells me I can't. Some light. Right, well, Steve and I are obviously fair weather anglers because there's a drop of rain in the air and we're packing up and going home. But Jay is made of sterner stuff, shall we say.
I'll be staying.
So he's fishing it out.
For
Yeah.
a few hours at least.
Yeah. All right, mate.
So,
Well, you're obviously got of sterner. You got more background than we have.
well, I'm fishing with Les, so
Yeah.
like I've heard he's quite hardcore. An old bloke,
Les,
so,
all right, yeah.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
He's all right.
Jay's gonna see if he catches anything of note tonight.
Yeah.
He'll send me a picture and I'll add him to the end of the video. But other than that, we're going to pull the pin now. I'm going to show you my dangle dingle. Not my. No, it's not. It's my live bait rig. If I've got a live bait on it, so you can have a look at that. But other than that, we're going to call it a night. Bait rig. I don't know how much longer it would have been on there actually, because it's kind of pulling its lip out a little bit. But you know, here's the principle of it. Small whiting has taken the bottom hook, and he's down there, and he was tugging and rattling, so he would have been putting lots of vibration into the water. And then above him is the bigger hook, with the idea that you'll pick up a decent fish. Now, for a while, that whiting would have been further up this hook. It's nearly come off the hook, so it would have been nearer to the big fish hook. But yeah, so that's the idea. We'll keep on doing that this season. I tried it last season and the season before without a great deal of joy. But the variation that I've done on it now is I'm using a much shorter snood, because I figure if you get too much of a snood, it gives the bait fish, the whiting, a chance to sort of try and evade any sort of big fish that are out there. Whereas with that, it's not going to go very far. So anyway, that's the plan. It's a experimentation in progress, and we will see more of that later, I'm sure. Catch you later. So here we are, it's the last half of the fishing expedition. We're outside McDonald's and we are tucking in to a Philly cheeseburger stack. So let's have a look at that. There we go. So, wasn't completely unsuccessful day then. Managed to get something to eat, and then it's home to bed. And the rain is hammering down on the car roof. So I think we pulled the pin at the right time, really. See, it's on my windscreen. Oh. There you go. It's raining. Yeah, so nothing beats a McDonald's at the end of a fishing session. Keep safe, keep sane, keep fishing. Catch you on the next one.